Hello everyone, today is Sunday and I bring you one of my special episodes from I'm the Best. Before I start with this episode, let me ask you a couple of questions. Have you used plastic today? Have you brought in your vegetables or your marketing in plastic bags? Did you carry your reusable marketing or shopping bag today when you went to the market? Have you been abusing the environment? Have you been thinking about the environment? Have you been reading about the kind of calamity that could happen because of the use of plastic? Have you said no to plastic? Well, these are very, very pertinent questions that you need to think, that I need to think, that the whole world needs to think, because we are polluting the environment with plastic. You will probably be asking me, why am I sitting in the dark today? You know why? Because I see a very bleak future when it comes to the environment. I'm trying to find some light, and that is why I'm sitting in front of this lamp trying to talk to you. And look at what's happening behind me. It's all dark. It's all dark because we are slowly taking the earth towards darkness. We are not helping it in any way to breathe at ease. We are rampantly using plastic. We are rampantly doing things which are harmful for the environment, and we have absolutely no qualms about it. Recently, let me start by telling you a story about my son. My son is very, very strict. Tyrese Barbaro, he studies in class 8 in Don Bosco. He is very strict about bringing home plastic to the home. And if perchance I forget my marketing bag, which is always in my car, and I come home with a bag full of goodies in a plastic bag, my son gets very angry. He reprimands me. He shows me his red eyes, lal aankh. He literally scolds me. And he says, is this how you think about the environment? Is this your activism? Is this how you are going to leave the environment for us? Is this how you're going to leave the earth for us? These are the sort of questions I have to face, and I'm very scared of him. So now what I do, whenever I go marketing, I always carry my bag. My marketing bag is always there in my car. I make it a point never to bring home a single plastic, because I don't want to see my son getting angry with me. Why is he doing that? Because he is the present generation. He's the generation Z. We are the generation ABC, and we never really thought about what we're going to do about the environment. But frankly speaking, I didn't grow up with plastic. I remember my mother carrying those paper bags in her bag, and she used to dispose whatever we used to eat, the banana peels and the orange peels, into it, and she used to throw it into the dustbin that she would find, or she would dispose it at home. I did grow up with plastic, but as we grew older, we found that we were rampantly using plastic. So I, as a conscious person, am trying to follow my son, and he is making me do it meticulously, rigorously, that I do not bring home plastic. There's another very kind lady from the Tan supermarket. She's the owner of the supermarket. One day she gave me a beautiful reusable cotton bag. It was an organic bag, and I loved it. I still carry it, and she was handing it over to every other customer who came into her departmental store. And I'd really like to thank her, because concerns like this from the vendors themselves, from the malls, or from the marketing places, or from the departmental stores itself, means a lot. It speaks a lot about the person who is handing out these bags. And I'd like to thank the Baido, this lady, this wonderful lady, for being so concerned about the environment. So now you're going to ask me, why am I speaking so much about plastic bags and plastic and the use of plastic, and why am I doing that? You're probably asking me that. Well, plastic bags are made of crude oil like other plastics, and This is a problem because crude oil emits significant amounts of pollution, and it means the product is not biodegradable. What does it mean by not biodegradable? It means it is not naturally going to disintegrate into the earth. It is going to take more than 400, 500, 600, maybe 1,000 years for that plastic bag, the plastic cup, or the plastic bottle to disintegrate. I'm talking more about plastic bags because it is very rampantly used, very obnoxiously and very unconsciously used by people like us. So that is why I'm talking about plastic bags. And this, what happens is that this goes into the food chain. And as it goes into the food chain, it affects marine life, from the smallest marine life to the biggest human being, to the whales, to the birds, to every possible thing. It affects every possible thing. I think we are not really thinking about it. We're just living our lives, bringing home the plastic, disposing it. Recently, I'll just tell you what happened. I was at the organic hub in 6 Mile, and I saw this couple who was buying vegetables, and they asked the vendor a plastic bag for each and every vegetable that they were buying. For chilies, they want a plastic bag. For lady's finger, for their bhindi, they wanted a plastic bag. For their brinjal, they wanted a plastic bag. For the aloo, they wanted a plastic bag. For everything, they probably were taking home, they were carrying home around 10 plastic bags. And where would they dispose them? They would just dispose them carelessly into their dustbin. This would go into the garbage bin, and you can very well understand how the garbage disposal system is in our city of Guwahati. It is terrible. Our city has become a city of garbage. Last time I had told you the number. We are polluted. We are one of the most polluted cities in the country. We stand at 356 number, and we should be ashamed of it. We should be very graciously ashamed of it. If we are not working towards cleaning our city, then let us be ashamed of it, and graciously. So, like, again, let's come back to the point of where India stands. What has India got to do with this whole plastic thing? Like much of the world, India is also struggling to dispose its growing quantities of plastic waste, given how ubiquitous it has become, from our toothbrushes to debit cards. India generates close to 26,000 tons of plastic a day, according to a CPCB estimate from 2012. Worse, a little over 10,000 tons a day of plastic waste remains uncollected. So you can imagine what is happening. The government is not collecting the waste, they are not disposing the waste, they are not either reusing it, or I don't know how, recycling, reusing, they're not doing anything of that sort. And we are creating more garbage, we are creating more pollution through our plastic use. So let us make a pledge that we will try and not bring in plastic to our homes. This plastic bags. When you are buying vegetable, please make it a pledge, make a promise to yourself that you will carry your bag. The bag that you have made out of cloth, or your jeans or your denims or whatever it is. My mom used to make bags out of denims, I remember, and I used to carry those. I also had done my marketing with my dad when I was a young girl in gunny bags. So we never used plastic. We grew up without plastic. Let us make it a pledge. And young people, I'm telling you, because we have failed you. I'm telling you, we are the ABC generation. You are the generation Z. And you will have to take this forward. You are the leaders of the world. You are the leaders of the country, of the state, of our area. And if you do not do it, then I don't know who else will do it. Because I feel that somewhere we, as the elders, we've become quite elder now, We have failed you somewhere, and we are not doing our bit to help and leave for you a beautiful world. We are polluting it with our thoughts, with plastic, and we are not disposing it. We are totally destroying the world, and I really don't want to leave a world like that for my children, for my young friends, for the generation rock stars. I do not want to leave a world like that. So I've already pledged, I'm not using any plastic. Absolutely not. I promise not to bring home any plastic, and if I do, I consider myself a criminal. I will consider myself a sinner if I do that. Please, 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 my dear friends, my close friends who are from college, my school friends, my friends who are elder to me, my friends who are younger to me, I appeal to all of you. Let us make a pledge to stop using plastic so that we can save the world, we can save the environment, and we can leave a better place for our children to live in. Let us all make this pledge. And with that thought, I'm going to say bye to all of you. Let us keep these things in mind. Let us become more mindful about what we're going to do for the earth. And let's do it. That's it.